Welcome back. I'm back. I wish I could be more consistent in making these videos. I wish I could bring you these on a more regular basis, but I'm here now. And so I'm gonna try and give you the best information I can in the shortest amount of time possible. There was a different video I filmed multiple times. I'm not gonna lie. Before this, I really tried to make it work. It is just so content heavy, and I'm gonna forget about it, right? And it's a very important concept if you are interested, just by the brief details I gave about it. Say something in the comments. You're not going to say anything. I don't give two craps. I do care, but you don't care, so why should I care about making you care? Anyways, thing I'm going to talk about today is a tactic, right? This is something more real world, something we can actually incorporate within our lives to actually make a difference and prevent us from making big mistakes. And as you can tell by the title, it's the floor. Do me a favor right now. If you are on your phone, watch this video on the floor. If you are on your laptop, maybe unplug it. You know what? Just leave it, play it, put it on speaker, lay on the floor. Whatever it is, if you can right now, lay on the floor. And I want you to do this every single day when you get home from work or school. We've tried it multiple times. We've come home from work or school and we convince ourselves that we're gonna change, we're gonna make things better, we're gonna actually study, we're gonna actually do stuff, we're gonna actually clean. And the people who watch this video are people who do want to do more things with their life. When you get home from school, work, whatever it is, and you feel as if you need to do something more, it doesn't matter how much motivation and discipline you put. It'll be very rare that you don't actually give in to your desire to do your phone or whatever. And then eventually you'll get to a point where you've wasted so much time. You look at the clock and it's like, oh, frick, you know what? I actually got to do this thing. Let me stop wasting time. Let me stop making my life worse. I have no choice but to actually do this thing. Now, imagine instead you came home and instead of laying on your bed or sitting on this chair or or laying on your sofa, you chose the floor. Keep your phone because you've shown your addiction to it. You've shown your desire for it to the point that you're not willing to give it up. You just want to do it when you get home because it's just you have a long day. You have all these things, these emotions, and all these feelings, and you don't want to have to process them. You don't want to worry about any of it. You don't want to worry about your problems in life. You want to pass through all the things that are slowing you down from the fun as fast as possible. What I mean by that is there's always some sort of thing that you're looking forward to and want to do, and you just want time to pass so you can get closer to that moment. And if you don't have those moments, you get depressed or you're trying to find the happiness within your device or whatever it is in your life. You try and create this happiness. Point is, it's a very deep psychological problem that we have that we want to sort of rush to something good or want to give us the good now. And so the tactic I found very helpful is the floor. If you chose instead to come home and sit on the floor like you are now, I hope, or lay on the floor, not only are you choosing to sort of physically wind down, but you're also choosing to mentally wind down. I'll get into the sort of outside of physical standpoint in a second, but the physical standpoint, we've seen the videos on YouTube. We've seen you might not have, but there's a sort of trend or idea going around that you should sleep on the floor because the floor is good for your muscles. It helps you stabilize. There's pressure points and they go against the floor. If you haven't seen something like that, I recommend watching it. It's very interesting stuff. But ultimately, you have pressure points in your body that are tired throughout the day, and it's supposed that the floor would help that. That's why you should sleep on the floor. Now, that's not something we're going to do. I mean, I'm not going to go burn my mattress and be like, okay, I'm on the floor every day now. But something actionable you can do is actually go on the floor. This will help your back. If you put your shoulder blades to the floor and you try and, relax your body, let everything touch the floor, you'll feel a great sense of alleviation of the pressure points, right? You go to a bed, you go to the most comfortable thing to do that, but in reality, it just sucks you in. The couch, the bed, the sofa, the chair, whatever it is, it soaks you in it. And it never actually helps you. It just makes things worse. It doesn't help your posture. It doesn't help anything. The floor is the solution. Now, on the floor, take your phone, go on YouTube, go on Instagram, scroll, do whatever the garbage you want. But you'll find that within a matter of time, you're going to be like, okay, this floor sucks. Either I'm going to move to my bed, move to my typical spot that I usually chill on, or you're going to get up and actually do something. And chances are you actually get up and do something because there's no more of this pressure in your body, and it becomes a lot easier to do the thing when there's not a lot of resistance in terms of physical. And the other thing is, I mean, I don't understand how some people don't feel this, but like when you get home and you lay on your bed, things get hot and you get warm, it gets uncomfortable after some time. The first like 30 seconds feels great. And then after that, it's just like uncomfortable. You're rolling around, you're sitting up, you can't get the right position, you can't sit properly, it's only comfortable temporarily, and convince yourself that this is the thing that you need. It's just making things worse. The floor is the solution. Now, one way to convince yourself that you should use the floor is to think about how dirty you are, how dirty your clothes are, where you've been all day. And if you think about those things and then you're like, okay, no, I shouldn't go to my normal spot because I'm going to make that normal spot dirty, that is sort of a way you can help yourself get to the floor easier. Now, if you aren't convinced by getting to the floor, okay, this is crazy. Getting to the floor is crazy. But if you can't convince yourself to lay on the floor or make that sacrifice, and then this video is not for you. I don't even think this channel is for you. But regardless, get yourself to the floor. Eventually, you'll give up on the problem, and you'll also find is that you'll try and roll over, try and get comfortable on your phone, whatever device you're using, on the floor, and it's just not going to work. I mean, I really hope you're on the floor right now. Pause and no weird stuff. I swear to God, I'm saying the floor too much. But you're trying to get comfortable and it's not working, and eventually you'll get fed up, and that's ultimately when you decide to get up and do something. And then the other good thing about the floor is that, there's the mental factor to it is quite simple. You don't have to give up that thing that you necessarily want, and it's so tough. I get it. I mean, we've all been there to try and have that motivation to do the thing, but in reality, the floor or your phone is just too absorbing. Your device is too absorbing. You can't let go of it. It was probably a completely different aspect I was meaning to hit, but I hope I convinced you to use the floor. I think this video is very simple, but I think it's rightly so. It is something you can actually incorporate and make change right now. Choose to use the floor. Choose to lay on the floor. And, this was the other thing. When you do, in fact, choose to get off your phone and to stop using the device because you're so uncomfortable, I want you to just turn your phone off, sit there, look up at the ceiling because you're on the floor. Look up at the ceiling. Pressure points to the floor. Just do nothing. Stare at the ceiling, stare at the wall. You won't go crazy, trust me. And going all the way back to the beginning of the video, this is just a quick disclaimer and advice, is so true, and we just don't want it to work. And this is your reminder. Don't rush through life, as in, don't rush through those things that you want to get done just so that the good things come faster. If you actually focus on yourself, focus on your body, focus on how you feel, focus on removing those bad things, then you'll actually enjoy things more. When you stop looking forward to things as much, and instead you enjoyed every moment of your life and stopped rushing through things, you would enjoy your life more. Doing nothing is not torture. Doing nothing is not painful. Stop this idea that nothing is so bad. Be okay with nothing. Be okay with the floor. Good luck with that. Turn this video off, like I said. Just sit on the floor more. Good luck, and take care.